What's up, guys? My name's Cody, and this is my turbo LS Swap 350Z. Probably the biggest question I get about my car is how much did it cost for me to do all this work and swap this motor into it and turbo it and make it what it is. And I had to make a list because the parts list was a little bigger than I expected it to be. I always tell everybody it's a fairly simple build till you write it down, and then there's a lot of stuff on paper. But we'll start with the engine, you know, the big old elephant in the room right off the bat. It is a 6.0 out of like an 02 Escalade, completely unopened block. No new bearings, no gapped rings, nothing of the sort. I didn't check it at all. I just chucked it in there and hoped to God that it was going to work. Has worked just fine. So keeping fingers crossed on that. It's got the Siki LS swap kit. And I can't remember how much that was. I think it was right around $6,700 for the swap kit. And backtracking on the engine, I paid about $1,000 for the engine and the accessory drive, you know, and the ECU itself. And the Siki swap kit comes with the motor mounts, trans mounts, power steering crossover, trans adapter, flywheel, oil filter relocation, steel drive shaft, wire and specialties, CAN bus harness. They come with the test pipes. I personally didn't use those, but it does come with the test pipes and the oil pan. Beyond that, going to the turbo kit, it was a custom kit made by a local shop. Don't really want to name the shop. They charged me a lot of money for the work they did, and I think they kind of screwed me, but a shop did the kit. The kit looks good. The quality of the kit's good. Just the price of the kit to me was terrible. It's got the VSR 7875 billet wheel turbo. Pretty simple. It's like an $800 turbo. And then I've got down here in the bottom on my hot side, I've got two 38mm Turbo Smart wastegates. I've got a Turbo Smart blow off valve here, and just vibrant clamp and vibrant coupler, wide bands, O2 sensors, you know. The accessory drive, we'll go to the accessory drive next. I've got an LS1 water pump, LS1 power steering pump, LS1 harmonic balancer, and the truck alternator works just fine. I just have ICT billet brackets for the power steering pump and the alternator. So next we'll go to something that you can see on the engine here. We'll go to this Holley high rim, the sheer performance intercooler, throttle cable and bracket. This is a Jegs like 102 or 105 millimeter throttle body, and then I've got a steam port crossover, stock coils, FIC 1200 or 1300 cc injectors, and I've got Moroso expansion tank, and I got an overflow on the other side, and I got this A&R radiator up front. It does pretty well. And then going back to the transmission, we have a stock CDO1 series transmission. Pretty ballsy there. A stock CDO1 transmission, pretty ballsy there. It's got the adapter plate, custom flywheel for the CDO9 to LS crossover. I have a stage 6 6-puck ceramic clutch. Bought that off of Z1 Motorsports, I believe. Have a custom drive shaft that's made of steel, welded rear diff. F21 F1R wheels, True Heart coilovers, True Heart rear camber arms, True Heart rear tow arms, new headlights, simply a new battery. I've got a set of drag radials. They are Hoosier Pro Bracket radials for the car. NRGK or NGK hub, NGK quick release, and NRG hub, NRG quick release, and NRG wheel. Corview cheap seats, no name brackets to put them in there. Rhodes Island air to water icebox intercooler setup, and then the lines, the fuel lines, the Autosports Engineering dual pump hanger, the two Walbro 450s, the Hobbs switch, radium fuel rails, radium fuel pressure regulator. It's a pretty simple setup. It's nothing insanely crazy. It makes probably between 700 and 800 horsepower on 14 pounds on E85. The car only runs E85. There is no flex fuel sensor. And I drag the car occasionally, and my personal best so far, I've only done 1/8 mile, is a 7.2 at 105 mile an hour. It spins really bad, and we're just trying to get more things dialed in and finish up. I need to buy more suspension, that's better suspension for this setup, and I really want to make this aesthetically appealing soon. I need a bumpers, front and rear, get some paintless dent repair work done, fix up any little dings, and then wrap or paint is coming soon. And also have to cut out this hood one way or another and try to fit that hood on here and try to make it look really nice. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's most things, pretty much everything about my Z.